How you doing? This is Brother T. If you want to support the channel, we have t-shirts and other merch right there in the description. Just hit the link.
You were a star child, let your light shine for all the world. When you open your mouth to reveal a pearl, let it shine more, just to light the path. If it don't add up, man, just do the math. If it ain't for you, let it pass on through.
How you doing? This is Terrion Wilson, aka yo boy Brotha T, here with another one. So we like to call this channel T's Life Tree, and on this channel we like to give you little pine cones of wisdom. If you don't know what that is, stick around, stay on the channel, you'll get it. Today we're gonna talk to the fellas, right? So we entitled this, So She Left You, Now What, right? We already did the one for the ladies, right? So he left you, now what? Now it's the brother's turn. Now it's the guy's turn. Now it's the man's turn, right? So she left you, now what? So these are gonna be 5 different things from before, right? I let the ladies, I gave them their props. I laid into them a little bit, but I'm going to lay into you too today. So if you're a guy, you're going to get it just like they get it. I try to be balanced in my judgments and my assessments. All right. So she left you. Now what? Relationships can be hard. Props to Zoe Williams. He's the first one I like to give credit to for saying that relationships are like a mirror. They just mirror back what you are, right? Especially if you're dealing with certain insecurities and certain things. Relationships a lot of time are just going to mirror back a lot of your insecurities. Now, I don't know if he made that up or if he got it from somewhere else, but I'm going to give him credit for me hearing it for the first time would be him. So you're a guy. People during the course of a hard relationship, of course, it's a mirror, but sometimes one person just gets up and they just leave, right? They just get up and I'm out of here. And sometimes they don't even tell you why. They don't really give you a reason, a solid reason at all. And sometimes it's been a long time in the making, and then they just find that excuse to leave or that excuse to have that big argument so they can go be with somebody else because that's what they wanted in the first place. If this happens to you and you're a guy, let them go. Especially if you're a good guy. If you're on your deen, I'm talking like a Muslim now, right? So if you're on your deen, if you're on your purpose, if you're on your path, if you're on your goals, you're doing what you're supposed to do in life. If you did not purposely mistreat anybody and you came with a pure heart and they just want something else, let them have that something else because they will be missing out. Make them miss out. Make it your goal to make sure they know that they missed out. You know what I mean? Of course, we're not in the game to make anybody feel bad or make anybody, and you're not doing it just out of spite, just so you can show, but just make it your goal to just make her miss you, and don't necessarily take her back because once somebody ups and just leaves, that can always happen. You know what I mean? That could be a pattern. So even if you're going to be cool with them and say, hey, I don't have any animosity, but I just can't be in a relationship with you anymore. I don't trust you on that level, and it's going to be hard for me to get to that. Right now, if you're in a hot marriage and let's say you've been together for 15 years, different dynamics there, okay? Because you guys created a different kind of bond. You know, they've known for 15 years and vice versa. So it's going to be a little harder there. All right. So let me give you the top 5 things to do when she left. So she left you. What now? Number 5 is going to be the same as I gave to the ladies. Get more physically in shape. I told them to get more physically in shape. And I'm going to tell you, as a man, get more physically in shape for the same reasons. Well, they'll hear through the grapevine that you looking real good, especially if, you guys are following each other on social media, or if she's spying maybe because you blocked her, she created fake accounts, you know what I mean? Or somebody's reporting back to her, you know what I mean? Like, hey, he's looking good. He's in that gym, girl. He is looking good. I'm just saying. So get them there. But not only does it I'm just being silly. But not only does it give you the edge of them knowing they missed out on that physical package of yours, right? The whole thing I'm talking about, I wasn't being nasty. Not only that, but you're doing it for yourself so you can feel good about yourself. Nothing better than knowing that you're doing better and you're looking better. It makes you feel better as an individual. And then you can let that confidence shine out, and then you'll draw like better stuff. Like, you know what I mean? If you're taking care of yourself physically and you're already on your purpose, you're on your goals, and you're taking care of yourself in every other aspect, man, stuff just comes to you. You don't have to force your way into any situation. You'll have options. Trust me. Number 4 is going to be the same exact one as number 4 for the ladies as well. And that's learning something new to expand your horizon. Right? So learn something, get a new business under your belt, or if you're already in some kind of business, learn something new that will make the business better, more efficient, make it so where you can make more money at the end of the day, or it just makes you better at whatever you're doing. All right. Now, it's kind of hard to explain that one, but I think you know where I'm going. Just learn something, get a skill, get something that'll make you greater as an individual, because the more things you learn, the more skills you have, the more talents you have, you become what they call well-rounded, right? And the more well-rounded you are, okay, that means you can adapt to situations even easier, right? So that means that transition of having that person leave, you won't be as affected because you're well-rounded. You know how to adapt to situations. There we go. All right, so let's go to number 3 is where we're going to differ a little bit. Okay, so number 5 and number 4 were the same as the women. Number 3 is new, and that's build your empire. Build your empire. Focus on building 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 your empire. I think I said it 5 times. It's the reason why I wanted to say it so many times, because I want it to be ingrained in your brain, in your skull, as a man, as a young man, as a middle-aged man, even as an older man, if you had to start over. Build your empire. If you already have an empire, build on to your empire. Never stop building, because don't worry about who's there, who's not there. Is she coming back? Don't worry about that. Build your empire. She'll probably want to come back, especially if you're more physically fit. You're on your deem. You're on your purpose. I keep saying deem today. You're on your goal. You're on your path, your destiny, and you're building an empire. She gonna be like, wow, I made a mistake. All right. And if you don't want that anymore, go with the better options, but focus on your empire. The women will come. They come to men that build empires. Just look at any millionaire, billionaire, single guy. Look at how many options he has. And you'll say, well, he got the money. That's why he got the options. That's not the only reason why they got the options. Okay. Well, most of them. Another reason why they'll have options is not just because they're millionaires and billionaires, but because women see that security there. Okay, they know they're building an empire. Look at a pastor. Go to a local church, and make sure it's not too small of a church, but it doesn't have to be a mega church either. Look at a reasonable sized church. Just sit there and pay attention to how women treat the pastor. Now, he's not necessarily a millionaire, is he? Think about it. Well, some pastors are, but we'll talk about that on another episode. But the pastor of a church that's not gigantic and but it's not really, really super small, he's not a millionaire. Usually they're not millionaires, right? They do decently if they're taking, especially if they're taking a salary from the church, they're doing okay. But a lot of them are not millionaires, right? It's just the big, super mega church dudes. Those are the millionaires. Let me get back on track. But look at how the women treat them, right? Think about it. So you don't necessarily have to be a millionaire, but if you're building, see, a lot of those pastors, the ladies are looking at the pastors. He's a builder. He's the leader of something. That's his empire. And if he has aspirations to make the church bigger, or we're going to do this, or we're going to start a new program for the community. And then after that, we're going to help the single mothers. And then we're going to help the mothers of the church do this. And then we're going to do a food drive. And then we're going to do a culture. See, that's building. That's empire building. They're drawn to this. So if you are a man out there and you want to improve yourself and you want to get more options, okay, build your empire, start building it, and do not waver from it. Stay on your purpose until the job is done. The women will come. They will come. They'll knock on your door. Okay? They'll knock on your door. They want to be a part of that empire. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's natural for them to want that. They want that security. Okay? And if you're looking good, and you building an empire, that's double. Okay, you know what I mean? It's not just the money. All right, so build that empire. All right, so let's go to the next one. Number 2, find your true purpose. Okay, so if you build your empire, you can't build your empire without finding your purpose. So maybe I should have switched them around, but yeah, I'm not finna change the video now. But I want you to do me a favor. Don't just find your purpose. Don't just sit in your purpose. I want you to go at it hard. Don't go at it hard. Do not let anybody get you off your purpose. I don't care how good they look. All right. So one of the things that men have to adjust to, one thing I would say men need to start to master is their sexual selection. Okay. And what do I mean by this? Oh, there's some beautiful women in the world. Notice I took a breath when I said that. There's some women that make you, it's some women that are good looking enough to kind of, almost get you off your purpose at times. But here's the thing. If you get into a situation where you start to have a relationship with a lady, and you deviate or stop your purpose, you make a whole U-turn and you stop going towards your purpose, or if you stagnate or get onto her purpose, which happens, she'll stop respecting you, right? A lot of ladies are hardwired to want their man or whatever to be on his purpose because he's supposed to be the leader. He's supposed to be this, that, boom, 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 boom. Okay? How can he be that if he's not on his purpose anymore? If he's on her purpose, then, he's not a leader. So, yeah, they'll mess with you for a little while. But once it's clear that you haven't got back on path, they're going to find a better option. It's just, can you get mad at them? Can you get mad? No, you can't get mad. That's why if you're a bum out there, or if you've been a bum and a woman left you, don't be mad at her. That's what she was supposed to do. And maybe that kicked you in the gear and got you on your purpose. And if not, maybe it should get you on your purpose. If your woman just left you and you weren't on your purpose, get on your purpose. And if she's a true blue and it's true love, then sometimes it'll come back around when she sees that you're on your purpose. And at that point, you'll have the leverage. You can say yes or no. You have the empire. So number 2, find your purpose. Go hard in the paint. Go hard at your purpose. We're ready for number 1. So let's do number 1. It's going to be the same as the number 1 for the women. Number 1 is going to be the same as the women, right? So make her regret it by being the best man you can be and be better than anybody that she has or can get. And trust me, you won't miss her one bit. All right. So this has been your man, Brotha T. I love chopping it up for the brothers. If you're watching, then hey, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you made it this far, then I know you rock with me. I'm going to take this time to thank you. I do not take it for granted that you stopped and looked at me on this platform and you rock with me. If you rock with me, I rock with you, baby. Here we go. All right. So I'll see you on the next video. I'm going to try to come up with something cool. All right. So peace. I'm out of here.